Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Amy the Goddess here. We are going to be seeing what are people's secret assumptions about you. So this is what they think secretly. So they may not ever voice this to you. They may not ever show this to you. Okay? This is a general collective reading. So please still use your discernment when watching these readings. If you want a personal reading with me, information to book is going to be down in the description box. Okay? I have my prices down there, my email, and even my other social media platforms. Please like the video, please subscribe, turn on that notification bell. It helps me out. So, also you don't want to miss those $10 mini readings. So pile 1 is the anti-hero card. So if you're drawn to pile 1, you'll go down in the comment section after the live, click pile 1, it'll bring you right to your reading. This is pile 2. It says sacrifice. So if you're drawn to pile 2, go down in the comment section, click pile 2. Last but not least, pile 3 is the religion card. Okay, you can choose more than one if you feel drawn to it. Oh, thank you, Nicole. That means we're aligned. So, some of you guys need help picking. Moderator 1 and 3. So this could be a mix of these two depending on which people are making these assumptions. So that's why you have 2 of those. This is overall general people, okay? But if you want to think of a particular person, you can do that too. Diana. I feel like it's a mix of 1 and 2 for you. Oh, thank you, moderator. I'm glad you're in here. Oh, from India, thanks for being in here. Okay, fairy godmother. You're number 3. But if you felt drawn to another one, you could have some small ones in there too. Hi, Liam. I haven't seen you in so long. Okay, so we're gonna start with pile 1. Okay, if anyone else needs help picking, ask each other. You usually want to go with the one you hear the most emphasis when you say it, okay? You'll feel the most drawn to it. So starting with pile 1, also thank you to those of you that put those timestamps when I don't have the time to do that. I hope the sound in this video is good. I don't know what went on yesterday with the sound. I'm using the same microphone I used yesterday, so I don't know. Let's go with pile 1. What are people's secret assumptions about pile 1? So people assume that you are a rule breaker. You don't follow the rules. People assume that, maybe a lot of you have tattoos or piercings, or you wear darker colors, darker makeup, or you just give off more of a darker vibe. It seems like you don't like to follow rules. That's people's assumptions about you. People assume that you're, what's the word? You don't take no ish from people. Like, people may assume that if someone speaks to you the wrong way, you may either seek revenge, you'll fight them, you'll ruin their life, whatever. I'm also hearing that song, don't give a damn about my reputation. So, some people may assume that you don't care about your reputation. People assume as well that you're some type of seductress or siren, or for the men, a rake. That's what they call the men sirens. That's what they call the men seductresses, whatever. It says people assume that you're sluggish or that you're not prepared for certain things. You like to take your time. People could assume that you have a chaotic energy or a chaotic life. People assume that you're in an energy of going through a lot, like having a lot of anxiety, doing a lot of overthinking, going through a lot of trauma, or you've been through a lot of trauma that still affects you if you're not currently going through it. Okay. People assume that you're extremely confident because these people think that you're attractive. So they assume right off the bat, oh, you're attractive, you must be super confident. You must be popular. You must have a lot of friends. It's that type of vibe here. People assume that you could be very independent, meaning you may not like to be around a lot of people. You could be more of a popular loner. This is giving me the vibe where you beat to your own drum, is what people are assuming about you as well. That's interesting because the way that I read this card isn't how I would usually read it, but the download that I got with this card when I pulled it down is some people may view you as a home wrecker or someone that could destroy their relationship if you wanted to. Yeah, it's if you wanted to, you could. Doesn't mean that you would, but you could. Okay. Anything else? What do people assume? They assume that you're a heartbreaker because you've been through a lot of heartbreak. You know, like that saying, hurt people hurt people. That's like how people would assume your life quote would be. You've been hurt, so you hurt others. This doesn't mean this is how you actually are, but this is just how people are secretly viewing you. Their secret assumptions. Okay? They're assuming. We have never took time to think. And the cat is out of the bag. So some of you may honestly have cat-like futures. You could look like a cat. You could have feline futures. Okay? People could think that you look like other people as well. You could, like, people could always say or be thinking that you look like a certain celebrity or somebody else that they know. You are very much so gossiped about. I would say you are the talk of the town or the talk of a lot of people. So there's constantly assumptions going on about you. People are assuming that, you know, you're their exact type. You would fit well for them to date or be with. That could be coming only from certain people, right? People think that they're assuming that you do magic, you use magic. People are assuming that you're sexist, so you may hate the opposite sex, is what people are assuming about you. Yeah, people think that you use magic on people as well. You use magic in general, but also you use magic on people. Like you may hex people, is what people are assuming. Or whatever. It does also say here, somebody's jealous ex. So somebody's assuming that you're jealous of them. because they're with your ex, which I don't think is true at all, but that's somebody's assumption. Could be a projection, right? But you look like a badass. That's what people are assuming, that you're a badass. You're not to be messed with. Okay? People could assume that you know how to fight by looking at you. Okay? But you're very attractive at the same time. Philippines. Okay, we just ended pile 1. We're going to move to pile 2. Pile 2, you chose the sacrifice card. Let's see, what are people secretly assuming about you, pile 2? This is general overall, what people are assuming, although you can think of a specific person if you really want to. But they're secretly assuming that they may never say, okay? That they may never show. Let's read this card here. People could be assuming that you're letting go of old habits. They're secretly assuming that you're sacrificing things that no longer serve you. Maybe self-sabotaging ways. This could be people. People could assume that you're in a cutoff spree. You're in a point of time where you're cutting people off. People are assuming that you make poor financial decisions. So yes, you may make a lot of money, but you do not spend it wisely, is what people are assuming. You could tell them you just bought something and they're like, why did you buy that? Or you could tell them, it's something as simple as you want to go get food. And they're like, why do you want to spend money to go get food when you can just da-da-da-da-da, People are assuming that you are stuck in the past. You're trying to move on from the past. You're trying to let go of things, but you're living in the past. So you may have PTSD is what people are assuming. Especially your childhood for some reason. What are people assuming? People are assuming that you would make a great friend. You'd be a really good friend is what people are assuming. People are assuming that, you're planning for something big to upgrade your life. People are assuming that once you finally do fully move on from the past and let go, that you're going to be a very successful person. What are people assuming about pile number 2? Secretly. Yeah, that you're cutting people off right now. You're setting boundaries with people. You're cutting people off. You're even trying to be strict with yourself on what you allow yourself to do because you're in the process of changing who you are. That's what people are assuming. You're walking away from people. You're moving on from the past. You're not quite there yet. You're still stuck in it, but you are doing the work to get out of the past and change your habits. Some of you could be moving on from people from the past, like lovers or, ways of thinking, whatever. Some of you could be actually moving. They could heal. We have here the Lovers. So people could be assuming that you're in a relationship currently, whether you are or not. People are assuming that you're in a relationship or you're dating someone secretly or out in the open. People are assuming this. People could also assume that you would make a great partner to date, to marry, to be with. Because you take care of yourself, you heal. You could be, people assume that you could be great with animals, like some type of animal whisperer. People are assuming that you like the finer things in life. You like to be classy. You like nicer things, is what people are assuming. You like to take time on yourself, on your hair, on your makeup, on your clothes, anything like that. They're assuming that you like to take care of that. You like to look nice. You like to feel nice. You like the finer things in life. Let's pull some of these. What are people assuming about pile number 2? That you're trying to control yourself from repeating old patterns and mistakes. What are people assuming? People are assuming, some people here are assuming that, yeah, they're assuming, look at it, it says assuming that you're a player. And it doesn't have to be a player as in a cheater, but it's a player as in you know how to play the game. You know how to observe people and react like chess. It's kind of more so like that than actually cheating. Okay, that's what people are assuming. Yeah, look, bestie. People are assuming that you would make a great best friend or a great friend. Okay? And that's it. This is it for pile 2. Okay? So like that video, if it made sense, we're going to go to pile 3 now. Pile 3. Pile 3, the religion card. What are people's secret assumptions about you, pile 3? It could be, for one, that you are religious. People could be assuming that you're a very religious and or spiritual person. You have rules that you follow by, or a way of living that you follow by and you feel strongly about. People are assuming that you know a lot of people's secrets and you keep them safe. You're really good at keeping secrets, is what people are assuming. People are assuming that you have a lot of money or you make a lot of money. This could also be that in the near future, this is what you're heading towards, because they feel as though you're on a stable path. People are assuming that you're on a stable path in life. People assume that you have a happy home life. You like your home. You have a nice home. You have a nice living situation. People may assume that, like I said, you have a nice home and it's happy, both. Now that doesn't have to be true, right? But this is what people are assuming. Yeah, people are assuming that, again, you have a lot of money. Even if you don't, it's like, it could be in your energy, okay? So if you don't have money, a lot of it, I wouldn't be surprised if you attract it very soon into your reality, because your energy is very abundant. But I'm trying to stay on topic here. What are people's assumptions about you, pile 3? See, it's like, while there's a lot of people that believe you are trustworthy, and you know a lot of people's secrets, there's a few that believe you're not trustworthy, that you're not empathic. And that's what they're assuming. They could be stuck in the middle of feeling like, okay, maybe you're trustworthy, okay, maybe you're not. It's like they could be indecisive on whether or not you're a trustworthy person or a caring person. Because sometimes you could be very well balanced. Maybe that's what it is. People assume that you have a lot of different opportunities. You may also have a lot of different things that you're good at, but you may not be a master at. But like you can have a lot of different hobbies or a lot of different things going on, and you're figuring out which one you want to do is your purpose. You're kind of testing the waters with different career paths or talents or hobbies, is what people are assuming. Yeah, people assume that you're the type of person to give a lot of advice, guidance, especially religious or spiritual guidance or help. People are assuming that you're a great worker, you're really good at what you do for work, and you're talented with something you do for work or as a hobby or both. But you'd rather do it alone. Like you may work better alone than with people, is what people are assuming. Yeah, some people are assuming that you're a liar or that you're a scammer. There could be a lot of psychics in this pile that end up choosing this pile, or business owners or something like that. But what are people assuming about pile 3? Yeah, that you're psychic, you're intuitive, you have a lot of wisdom and spiritual knowledge is what people are assuming. You could already have some type of reputation built up. What are people assuming? People could assume that you are a stripper, you used to be a stripper, you used to be a bartender, you used to always go see strippers or bartenders, like you were in the nightlife at some point, or you still are. Yeah, some people don't trust you. They don't know what you're up to. You could come off mysterious. Yeah, look, Scorpio. You could have Scorpio in your chart or a scorpionic type of energy. People may be a bit intimidated by you. What are people's assumptions about pile 3? That you're crazy. People are secretly assuming that you're crazy or you're not all there. And that's it. We're going to leave that here, guys. So thanks for joining me. And I appreciate you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you haven't, turn on that notification bell, and I'll see you for the next reading. Bye.